cannabis is the most important thing you will hear on this entire show. I never expect us to live in a society with a government and a structured society where we wouldn't have a law regarding cannabis. Of course, I don't think that would happen. So I know that the struggle is pointless to get no law regarding cannabis. People are greedy. There's always going to be laws regarding cannabis. We're not going to be able to stop that. So you got to be asking yourself, why would Navy be fighting a battle that he can't win? It's a great question, and that's something I want to answer for you guys right now. When we say no law regarding cannabis, we want people to consider it a world with no law regarding cannabis. We want people to envision that in their heads so that they can see how stupid these laws really are. Now, of course, we're always going to have them until society collapses. Then there won't be any laws at all. And then everyone will have access. But until that day happens, this is something that we're never going to get. We're going to be walking around with these shirts. They say 2178, no law regarding cannabis, blah, blah, blah. I want you guys to know we're never going to get that. Okay? We're not going to win. But we're not fighting this war to win. We are fighting this war to enlighten. We are here to make people think, to make people learn, to make people realize that this was the wrong concept. And of course, we're stuck in it. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. Greed has taken over. But at least you know the truth. We know the truth. We want to share the truth with you. And we believe that in at least knowing the truth, we're better people because of it. Just knowing the truth. You know, we might not be able to fix anything. We won't be able to change anything. But what's going on inside here and what's going on inside here. And that's important. You know, that's a big deal. So when you buy these shirts, you know, and you wear your hoodies and all that, I just want you to know the message is something that I know and you should know we're never going to have. We're not going to have no laws regarding cannabis. It's a way of thinking. And the reason we say it is to get people thinking and to enlighten people and to get people to understand that there is a better way. We just don't have it. And people should consider cannabis differently than they have been. And they've been thinking about it as something that should be regulated, something that should be taxed, you know, and that's wrong. And that's why we say no law regarding cannabis, because we want you to know that taxing cannabis is wrong. Okay? Taking money from the sales of cannabis, from the people who are purchasing it, from the people who are growing it, is wrong. You're stealing money from people. Okay, you're taking their livelihoods away. And for nothing. You know, so that you could take that money and be richer politicians. That's all. They're not going to help anybody. They want to take that money and spend it on drug rehab. Well, I'm sure the politicians are all invested in these rehab facilities because no one on cannabis really needs to go to a fucking rehab facility. So, take all your government programs that want the money from cannabis, and you guys can go fuck yourselves. We know what you're about. Okay? We see through your lies. We see through your bullshit. And that's what no law regarding cannabis really is about. It's about the truth. You know, we're not going to get it. And I know that, you know, you might get carried away in the movement a little bit. Yeah, man, no law regarding cannabis. He says it all the time. There should be no law regarding cannabis. I'm going to say it all the time. Yeah. It's a losing battle. We're not going to win it. It's okay. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep fighting the good fight. I'm going to keep being honest and truthful with everyone because it's the only way to be. It's what my father taught me. It was the best lesson my father ever taught me. You know what? My father and I, we've never gotten along. Never gotten along. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because he requires honesty. He needs people to be honest with him. He's not necessarily honest with everybody else. He's a businessman. And we've had that whole discussion too. Hey, when you're doing business with people, hey, it's business. It's fucking crazy, I know. But on a social level, he required people be honest with him. And I grew up having a problem, always thinking that I had to lie to my father to get away with shit. You know, it maybe worked once or twice, but, you know, not always. And I ended up getting caught, and him and I ended up butting heads all the time. As I got older, and I realized, you know, I had a really good role model, Rob Mulligan. Him and his parents got along. He used to get up on stage. He was a rock singer in this crazy metal band. They were the largest band in Orlando. They were called D-Root. They were the biggest band in Orlando. They had the biggest draw. You guys y'all hear me talk about Rob Mulligan and blah, 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 but you don't know his story. And when I tell you guys you should follow him and you fucking ignore me and what, he's some guy, some friend of Nays that's got long hair and makes movies. You don't know that motherfucker. And let me tell you something. If you've ignored me telling you that you should friend him up and get in his life and follow him and understand what's going on and maybe enrich yourselves, you guys are fucking yourselves by ignoring Rob Mulligan. You're fucking yourselves. He changed my life on many levels. And that's what he's all about, man. He's all about changing for the positive. He wants to make you a better person while he makes himself a better person. That's a beautiful thing. He changed me, man, on so many levels. I could write a fucking book. How Rob Mulligan changed my path in life. It could be a whole book with multiple chapters. We could talk about cannabis. We could talk about racism. We could talk about Rob's relationship with his parents. Right? I had a not so open relationship with my parents. A lovely relationship, but I couldn't be honest with them. And then I go over to Rob's house and we're hanging out, and Rob's goes on stage and he's singing and he's screaming, he's bleeding and he's puking and he's sweating, and there's vicious kids in the audience doing these mosh pits, fucking screaming and just crazy. And they're right in the middle of in the crowd. There's his elderly parents at the show. And while it broke my heart to know that my parents would never fucking do that for me, they wouldn't show up at a show like that for me, it warmed my heart and it touched me to know that there was people out there who lived like that. People who did honor their children so much that they knew they created this human being, and it was somewhat their responsibility to support that human being. They fucking invented him. And they're there. They're there. And you know what? Later on in life, when things might not have been so great for them, Rob was there for them. Hey, Ice, what's up, son? They raised an amazing kid. And he turned into this amazing adult that's inspired many people, not just me. So when I tell you guys you should follow Rob Mulligan on Facebook, you should become friends with him, you should tell him I sent you, and you should watch what he's doing, you should support his projects and all that shit, and you ignore me, you know something? Go ahead, keep ignoring me, keep him out of your life, keep excluding what you could have at your fingertips. And I couldn't give one fuck about you anymore. I've told you for years, you guys need to follow him, you need to support him, you need to go help him out, however the fuck you can. And you guys just ignore me. How many of you guys are following or friends with Rob Mulligan? Anybody? Many times I told you guys to do it. Find him on Facebook, friend him up, blah, blah, blah. Good. David C. Baker Jr., this dab is for you. Thank you for being the first one to answer that question. Yeah, he's good, isn't he? He's good. He's into a whole other world that I am not into. But the parts of his life that include me, I am so thankful for. Lie. Terrible liars at that. Yeah, Billy. Yeah, if you lived in California, bro, things would be different. I'm telling you, man, you're living over there. And yeah, there's a lot of lying going on the East Coast, bro. I know, that's where I'm from. I moved over here to the fucking West, and you just got to be bluntly real with people, man, because that's how people are out here. Everyone's, you either say what's on your mind or you don't say fucking anything. And that's how people are in California, and it's nice. His mind doesn't stop. He is inspirational. Right, Iceman? Right? And he inspired this conversation because I remember when Rob would go up on stage and his parents would be there in the audience and Rob would say, "Fuck you!" Whatever the fuck was in his lyrics. And his parents wouldn't even flinch. And I never cursed in front of my parents. You know why? Number one, it was a respect thing. And I'm not saying Rob doesn't respect his parents. Of course he does. But for me, it was a respect thing. My sister used to curse in front of my parents, and I didn't like it. So I never cursed in front of my parents. Well, as I became Trendy Nay 5-6 years ago, things got crazy. And of course, my parents are elderly, man. They weren't into that shit. And they thought I was just being detrimental to myself and everyone around me. They thought I was just bringing everybody down. You're negative. You scream at people. Nobody wants you around. Nobody wants to listen to you. You're shooting yourself in the foot. That's what I got from my parents. Not, we're really happy that you're on the internet and you found a way to entertain people. It was never that. I never had that kind of support, not the kind of support that Rob had. And I understood how important that was. And that's why those of you that have children, they are your responsibility. And if you are neglecting your children, you are a giant piece of shit. And if you neglect your children, you need to get the fuck out of my life. That was a choice you made. And when you made that choice, you had to grow the fuck up. And if you didn't grow the fuck up to be a parent, you're not my friend. You're just a fucking piece of garbage. Understand that. You know, I was taken care of. I was loved. I was paid attention to. I didn't get everything I wanted, but I had a really good upbringing. My parents could have done a lot more. They really could have. They could have spent more time. They could have fucking put themselves out, been uncomfortable, put some fucking earplugs in their ears and gone to any fucking loud ass show that I was playing at. Just shown me that they cared enough to be uncomfortable for 2 hours in their lives to fucking support me. It would have changed my world. I would be a rock star today. I literally would be on a rock stage right now, anywhere in the world, screaming in front of fucking, 100,000 people if I'd had that love and support from my parents in my music career, which I never had. I never got that from my parents. And you know why? Because they didn't like the kind of music that I liked. Do you think that Rob Mulligan's parents like his kind of music? Do you think that they go out of their way looking for other bands that sound like their son's band and drive their cars around listening to that kind of stuff? Of course they don't fucking do that shit. It's love. It's called unconditional love. And some people got it and some people don't. And if you're going to have a kid, you better fucking have it. Or you're a fucking piece of shit and you need to keep your fucking dick in your pants. Or you need to keep your fucking legs closed, women. Either way. If you're not going to fucking be there for your kids, you need to go fuck off. So, my big point here is I learned a lot, not just from Rob, but from Rob's family. I got a lot out of that. I learned, that if we make ourselves a little uncomfortable every once in a while to support somebody else who's important to us, it goes miles. It goes fucking miles. And I've always blamed my parents. Because I always wanted to be a rock star, man. That was my dream. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be in a band. And I wanted to fucking rock. I wanted to play guitar. I wanted to hear those amplifiers behind me. And I wanted the fucking crowd to scream. I always wanted that. And my parents didn't support me 100%. They did not support me 100%. They may not have even supported me 50%. And that makes a huge difference. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have parents. You grow up, you don't have any support or whatever, and you do wonderful things, and that's great. But when you're raised around a family, you become dependent on that family. It becomes your way of life. And if they don't fulfill their responsibilities, then you fall short because you're relying on other people, for their love and for their, for their being there just to show up, man. If my parents, they showed up to a show when I'd be playing acoustic guitar, and they came to one fucking show I played. It was the biggest show I ever played in my life at the House of Blues. And they came to that show. But if they had fucking gone out of their way, man, to support me, and I knew they were there, and they were telling their friends about it, and their friends would come out, well, his parents go out to the show. His parents are in their 70s. Their late 60s or early 70s. His parents are going out there. I'm going to fucking go if his parents go. It says a lot. It's not the only reason I didn't make it doing that, but it was a big chunk of it, man. I really needed that support, and I didn't have it. And it wasn't financial support. I needed them to be there, and they were never there. None of them, none of my family, never supported my music career. I should say instead of never, rarely. It was a very low percentage. And if your own family doesn't show you love and support, and you're used to having that your whole life, and then you go out and you want to get love and support from other people, man, you're just like, my own family doesn't even support what I do. Why the fuck should I try here? Your independence, right? You've got that independence because you didn't have it to start with. It's the opposite. You're right. We had opposite upbringings. And Rob Mulligan and I had very similar upbringings with a lot of support from the parents and everything. Absolutely. But when it came to our music careers, that was where that fucking line got drawn. His parents went on and my parents stayed back. They said you're screaming, or you don't like the music, or it's too loud, or we don't like the crowd, or there's cigarettes. That was always the one. Cigarette smoke. We don't want to be out there with all that cigarette smoke. Always an excuse, man. And I never, and I never will forgive my parents for that. I never will forgive them. One time, this is a crazy story to tell. I don't think I've told but one person this story. I was at my parents' house. I believe this was after I had gone to California. I'd come back, and I believe I was there several years ago. And it was my mom's birthday, and I wanted to play her some music that I'd learned on the piano. So they've got this really nice piano in this big room in their house, just sits there. So I was like, I'm going to play my mom a song. So they're sitting in the kitchen, and there's like this grand doorway, with these two big glass swing doors. They're wide open. And I'm right on the other side with the piano. It's all glass. We can all see each other. And they're sitting there, and the three, my mom, my dad, and my sister are sitting at the table. And I go, and I think one other person, may have been my Aunt Karen or somebody was there. I can't remember. And I went out and I started playing, Rocket Man or whatever for my mom. And I got about 3/4 of the way done with the song. And it was sounding good. I was doing the best job I could possibly do. And my father stands up. He walks to the two doors. And he closes they're French doors. Closes the two doors. So I stopped playing. And I got up and I opened the doors. I walked through. I was like, why did you do that? I was like, I was playing Mom a song. It's too loud. And it's just too loud for us. We just can't handle all that noise. I was playing Rocket Man by Elton John, if I remember correctly. And I looked at my father and I said, you know what, Dad? That's the last time I ever play music for you in my life. I will never play another song for you as long as I live. And I fucking walked out of that room and I said, man, what a fucking piece of shit. You couldn't have bared it for 2 more minutes of your fucking, your wonderful fucking life in this $1 million fucking palace that you live in. You couldn't fucking bear it for 2 more minutes. Right? This is my life, guys. This is the life that I have. You don't know me. You don't fucking know me. There's a lot of shit that goes on in my life that you guys don't know about. And I keep it all bottled up and I never tell anybody. And I come on here and I try to do you a good show every day. And all I ask is that you just keep watching and you tell somebody about my show. So if you guys enjoy the show and you enjoy the insight, keep supporting me, please. Tell someone about the show. Share a link in a large group on Facebook for me. Go on all these people that I mentioned. Jordan Sheridan, Michael Brooks, Ron Placone, Lee Camp, Jimmy Dore, Kyle Klinsky, John Oliver, Stephen Colbert, and Joe Rogan. Are you guys following any of those people? Are you following them? Are you getting on their live streams and are you talking about me on there? That would be something my parents wouldn't do for me. But you could do it. You could do that if you wanted to. Stop. He tell you to start juggling and quit playing. We have the same father, bro. We have different upbringings, but we got the same dad, man. The same animal. He's a fucking beast. I'm sad because my father's got Alzheimer's and he can't talk anymore. But like I said, Alzheimer's or not, I'm never going to forgive him for that. That was something that he could have withstood This was a guy that went through the fucking military. His son is playing a song on a piano and he couldn't bear it for 5 fucking minutes of his life, you know? Just to make me feel good. You know, go out of your way a little bit to make me feel good. You know, if somebody's like, has some artwork or something they want to share with me, I'm always interested in it. I don't care whether it appeals to me or not. I know it appeals to them, and I know it's going to appeal to other people, and I always try to give my honest opinion about it. You know? And all he would have had to do was just shut his fat fucking mouth and just be seated, and I would have been done in 2 minutes, and it would have been a beautiful moment, and our lives would have been a lot different. But at that moment, he severed our relationship, man. He made the decision. And you might want to say it was me that made the decision, but he shut me out. He literally closed the doors on me. You know, he literally physically got up and shut me out. And, you know, I didn't need any more of a fucking example than that. Hey, Iron Lungs McKee, what's up, son? Talking about family, man. I'm glad you're here. You try to retweet everything I tweet? Right, Teresa, thank you. Do you tweet that at the people that I ask you to tweet it at, Teresa? Do you go at Jordan Sheridan, at Michael Brooks, at Ron Placone, at Lee Camp, at Jimmy Dore, at Kyle Klinsky, at John Oliver, at Stephen Colbert, at Joe Rogan? Because just hitting retweet, you know what that does? It retweets it on your channel, and it increases my number by 1 click, but no one's going to see it. So retweeting without adding it doesn't really get the message out. It just increases the numbers. So if you guys really want to help me, hit retweet with comment and make it at someone, or no one is going to see it. Okay? You got to do at. Well, thank you, Teresa. Thank you. I love that you're doing that for me. Thank you so much. Well, son of a bitch, David C. Baker, you made me smile. See, now this is what people are like, Nay, why are you so addicted to live streaming? Why do you do it 3 times a day, or why do you do it at all? And I am addicted to it. It's because of this. Because the support that I did not get from my father, I get from you guys. You know, my father would never do any of this shit for me. You know, but I get it from y'all. You know, you think my dad would get on a computer and say, hey, I'm going to help my son out. Maybe I'll go, you know, type up an email or do a tweet. Yeah, he would never fucking do that for me. My sister won't even do that for me. You know, my ex-girlfriend wouldn't even do that for me. You know, not on the reg. I mean, every once in a while I could get a link, maybe post it every once in a while. But no, I don't have anybody working for me besides David C. Baker Jr. and Teresa King. But nobody in my family wants to help me out. Yeah, I've got a whole giant family, man. I got cousins and second cousins, right? I've got all these people that I know. Do you think any of them has ever messaged me and said, hey man, is there anything I can do to help you get out there? I really appreciate what you're saying. I get your message, and I think more people need to hear it. No. Never. That's my family. They couldn't give a fuck. And yet, when they've got pain, who do they call? When they got pain, who do they fucking call? Oh, when I need a little bit more oil, who do they fucking call? Can you send us a little more? That will pay for it. Just blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you call me. But you won't fucking support me. You won't listen to me for fucking 3 minutes. Because I said fucking. And you're indoctrinated to think that that word is vulgar. You're a cunt. You know, oh, it's vulgar. I'm indoctrinated. It's a word. Get over it. You know, what happened to sticks and stones, you little pussies? You know, some people are cunts. Some people are fucking bitches. Some people are fucking fuck sticks, and they need to be told to go fuck themselves. You know, and if that's the kind of thing that you agree with, then you're watching the right guy. Oh, he's a step parent. That's good, Billy. That's good to hear. I didn't say anything to you about the comment when my dog died. My father stopped talking to me because I didn't say anything to you about the comment when my dog died. What? What, Iron Lungs? To me? You said to you? Are you talking about me? I think my Iron Lungs, go back and read what you typed. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Shit, my father stopped talking to me because I didn't say anything to him about the comment when my dog. I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to say. Coffee today was spectacular. Spectacular. All right, so I want to get started here with a dab. This is the first dab. We have been live for 25 minutes. So anybody that watches this show in the future that thinks that people like me, we need cannabis all the time and we can't go 5 seconds without it. I haven't smoked at all this morning. I usually don't. Not until I do a show. Okay? So I've been up since 6:45. I woke up at 6:45. Got up, took a shower, watched a little bit of Jimmy Dore. And Aaron Matei bashing Rachel Maddow. It was fantastic about the Russia thing. And she's dying. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I got friends dying of cancer too. Teresa, May, you seem to have a lot of anger in life. It's nice that you talk about Mary. I read that as May. That's funny. Nay. My family, I'll find my Facebook and YouTube an embarrassment. Think me promoting cannabis as encouraging people to become drug addicts. Wow, man. It's because they don't understand cannabis, man. Larry, 2013. Your dad was your big supporter? You love pre-smoke, nay. Do you? Even cameo. Because I'm about to become a fucking carrot. I'm about to become a comatose carrot. I smoked a lot this morning. Yeah, I will never forgive my family. You know, my family now, it's funny. They'll be like, oh, we miss you so much. We want you to come out and see us and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah. You know, I wanted you to come out and see me play in my band when I was only a half-hour drive from you. You know, wouldn't that have been nice? But now you want me to fly 3,100 miles to see you. Isn't that funny how that works? You didn't want to drive a half hour and spend a fucking hour with me. But now you want me to fly out there and spend a week with you or whatever. Oh. So that's the trade-off, huh? I get ignored, and now I have to fucking act like everything's okay. It's really put a damper on my plans for travel, I must tell you. It leaves me to just be like, yeah, well, I go wherever I don't go. It fucking doesn't really fucking matter anymore. Nothing matters anymore. You know? I didn't seem to matter when I was there. I seem to matter now that I'm gone. You know? Oh, now we want to see you. We want to hang out with you. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's 4:20 in Newfoundland. Minute and too late. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Let's put some smoke in the air, Iron Lungs. You guys have 2 more days to get those shirts at this discounted price. $19 for a hoodie shipped inside the United States. $9 for a t-shirt shipped inside the United States. Free shipping. They're good looking shirts too. I made a hoodie for Andrea. I'll show it to you. It's a little different. She wanted it a little different. She wanted this on the front. So hers says 2178 on the front, no law regarding cannabis. And this is a small. And look what she got on the back. How bomb is that? Dude, you could have one of these for $19 shipped. Any size. But you need to order before Monday. Before Monday ends. I'll wait through Monday. But you need to order. What's the hoodie say? Trendy as dabbers on one side. On the other side it says 2178. No law regarding cannabis. How could you not know that? How could you not know that says no law regarding cannabis? Castle, I just canceled all of Thanksgiving. What's the hoodie? Cheers all. Can't wait. That's badass. Has anybody got theirs yet? I want to hear from you if you've got yours. Nice, huh? Hey, you. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, you did so good this morning. You're such a good baby boy. Your daddy certainly loves you. Your daddy certainly loves you. Certainly. Why are you so gorgeous? What? What you looking at, buddy boy? Why are you so big? You're such a big boy. Come here, you big boy. Mary wants to know what 2178. Does anybody want to explain to Mary what 2178 means? We'll see if you guys are up on your trendiness. What are you doing? Be nice. Be nice. No biting. Hey, Dean. What's up, son? This is from Jamie. I'm sorry I missed you, Jamie. Yesterday I couldn't make it. This is from your mama, Jamie. This is from your mama, Jamie. She misses you. Ugh. That's when all species on Earth die. That's the end of extinction. That's right. You paying attention to what they're telling you? 2178 is the end of life on Earth as we know it. We can't go past 2178. We just can't. We're not going to make it past 2178. You know, unless you know somebody who's really, really smart that's going to stop the planet from heating up. And that would have to happen within the next... It's too late. We should have done it in the 60s. Yeah, well, remember, all of you that say you're going to order one, I know you talk a big game. But it's $19 now, and the price is going to be really expensive. I've been saying it's going to go up a few bucks. It's going to go up a lot. And when I figure in all the costs of what it's costing me to make these things, you guys are going to fucking hate yourselves for not getting it right now. Because that cost is going to go way the fuck up. I'm telling you now, I can't afford to just throw those out there. I have to justify it. Every single thing that this business does has to be justified. It's got to be at least break even. Look at Mary. She's going to fucking argue with us about it. Mary, you didn't even know what 2178 was. And then you say nobody knows that for sure. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're not an expert on the subject. You haven't even Googled it. You don't know about our extinction. You don't know a single thing about it. So this is what I suggest you do, Mary. Either go educate yourself about it, you know, before you start making statements that you have no idea what you're talking about. You're going to repeat it? You're going to repeat what you just said again? Okay, go ahead, repeat yourself. And I'm going to repeat myself. Yeah, Mary, some of us do know. Some of us are enlightened, and we understand what's going on. We have an ability to pull up a cell phone and Google simple facts. And that's all you need to do too, Mary. Why don't you get on Google and say, hey, Google, what's the current extinction rate? Why don't you do that, Mary? Tell me what the extinction rate is today.
According to WWF, these experts calculate that between 0.01 and 0.1% of all species will become extinct each year.
It's, yeah. How is it a myth? Nobody doesn't know for sure. How is it a myth? It's a mathematical equation. What David C. just said, exactly. How is it a myth? It is a mathematical equation. So, Mary, who said it would end 2178? I did. I said it would end 2178. And you know what else? It's not going to be 2178. It's going to be way sooner, Mary. 2178 is the last possible date that there could be any life on this planet. 2178. There won't be life here 2178. There won't be life here 2177. There won't be life here in 2162. There won't be life here in 2100. There's not going to be life here in 2090, 2080, 2070, 2060, maybe even 2050. No life on this planet. 2178 is the absolute last date by math that there could be life left on this planet. It's the definitive date. You can't go past math. You can't beat math. You know? And it's only going to increase. The speed is only going to increase. And like I said, Mary, you're like, nobody knows this. Do you realize that there are people in the world that they're called scientists? And those people that are called scientists, well, they study things like facts and data. Then they compile all that stuff and they figure things out. Okay? That's called science, Mary. And there's a whole world of science out there that you don't even know about. How do you figure it? I'm going to tell you right now. It's so simple, Mary. What is our current extinction rate? How many species die every day on the planet? All right? Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Number of species going extinct daily. Scientists estimate that 150 to 200 species of plant, insect, bird, and mammal become extinct every 24 hours. And if you think I'm making it up, here. This is nearly 1,000 times the natural or background rate, and say many biologists is greater than anything the world has experienced since the vanishing of the dinosaurs since nearly 65 million years ago. I sound like a mad scientist. I sound like a truth teller. I sound like somebody that knows the truth. And I sound like somebody you should definitely be listening to. Billy says, fuck Jesus and his brother Santa Claus. Look at the signs in the oceans, polar ice caps, pine forest, decimation, rainforest, loss of insects, biomass, etc. Dean Shepler, very well said, my friend. How did you two go from extinction to God? What the fuck is, someone is trolling extinction to God. Yeah, God's silly. We don't talk about God here. We don't need to talk about that. That's just a waste of time. You know, unless God's telling you to get solar panels in a well and go off grid, I wouldn't be paying too much attention to fucking God. I just tried to make my family get that, says Karsten. Hey, Karsten. Mary, you sound like a closed-minded Christian. Mary, it's an educated guess. There's no solid proof to this theory. What? Oh my God, Mary, did you just read the factual data I just read to you off of Google? I don't know if you did that register for you? I don't know, Mary. Maybe read the words again. Scientists estimate that 150 to 200 species of plant, insect, bird, and mammal become extinct every 24 hours. Do you know why they estimate something like that? Do you know why scientists would estimate something like that, Mary? Do you think they just hypothesize it? Do you think they just sit at home, get high, and say, oh, I think 150 to 200 sounds like a good number. Let's just throw that one out there and see if that one sticks. Or do you think, Mary, that maybe they're actually counting the number of species that go extinct every day? You think maybe that might be how they come up with that number, Mary? That they actually count the number of species that we lose every day? Like, let's say there's a group of scientists that are studying a certain insect somewhere in one part of the world, and they can't find them anymore because they're gone. So they're like, hey, we lost this. That's how it gets counted. You know, we actually keep track of stuff like this. There's scientists out there studying it. You know, we're just not making shit up. You should probably look up what's going on with the insect apocalypse right now. Okay, Google. What is the insect apocalypse?
Here's a summary from National Geographic. Some scientists have been warning that there is an insect apocalypse underway. Not only do bees, butterflies, and other insects pollinate 1/3 of all food crops, declining insect numbers can also have catastrophic ecological repercussions.
There's an easy way, there's an easy thing you can do to just kind of anecdotally check and see how the insects in your area have been declining. When I lived in Florida, there was a bug, it was called the love bug. And it was a black bug with little orange dots on its head. And those fucking things would fill the goddamn highways up with clouds. And you'd be driving down the highway, you'd get to your destination, and your car would be covered with these fucking things, and their guts would eat through the paint on your car. You know, it was like someone designed them just to fuck with humanity, and they were designed. It was like the University of Florida or somebody actually invented them, and they turned them loose on the fucking world. Amy believes in God. Oh, you're so cute, Amy. Amy, you believe in God too? Oh, we're gonna have an argument about your point, your stance of God, and someone else's stance of God. I love it. Don't argue God with someone, Amy. Just stop believing. It's so silly. You're just silly. You're as silly as Mary. Don't put God in this. And she puts God with a capital G. Oh my God, Amy, are you spelling God with a capital G? You're priceless. You are priceless. You are priceless, Amy. Just like Mary, the two of you. Two peas in a pod. This is not naturally occurring, but is caused by the effects of human changes to the environment and atmosphere. Like your fucking God. Mary, let me guess you're a Trumpster that is more concerned with imaginary. Ooh, we're going to politics now. Well, this conversation is bounced around everywhere. I love it. Sad and pathetic. Those things suck. Messed up my car. I don't have anything. You are going to hell. Mary says you are going to hell. Mary, am I going to... Hey, Mary, guess what? Mary, guess what? These are my nipples. Now you're going to hell. Now Mary's going to hell. You were just looking at my nipples, Mary. You slut. Mary, you slut. This wasn't to you, but yes, I don't argue about it. Amy, I know it wasn't me, but you put yourself in there. You know, you threw your hat in the ring, and now you are fodder. You believe in God, Amy, and that's silly because now you're arguing with somebody else about their belief in God. Think about it. Okay, Amy and Mary, they both have different perspectives of what God should be. So now they're arguing about, oh, Mary's a Trump supporter. My audience has become so intuitive. I love you guys. This is fucking insane. You nailed her. Christian, Trump supporting ignoramus. That wasn't for you anyways. It was for who want to say God will save us. I understand that, Amy, but you're still believing God. But Amy, you still believe in God. See, that's the problem. So that's all I'm trying to say. That's the insidiousness of religion, everybody. Here we have two people. One of them they're both probably Christian. I don't know. But either way, they both believe in God. One says God does this. The other one says God does this. And now they're fighting. And that's religion right there summed up on my live stream. Now you all can plainly see how stupid religion and gods are. It's the same thing with cannabis laws. You go from one state to the next. It's different. It changes. The perspective is different from one state to the next. That's why there should be no law regarding cannabis. That's why there should be none of the stupid religion bullshit and this God bullshit. But you guys go on, do what you're going to do. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm actually starting to really get some humor out of watching religious people. It's making me laugh more. It's like this is bad. I know in your minds and your hearts you believe that you're fulfilled and you feel great, and that's good. That's important. But in my mind, I see that you're missing out on so much because you're lying to yourselves. And that amount of ignorance that has been built up around you that you refuse to shatter, that it's almost like a force field around you. I'm just like, well, I'm not going to fucking help you either. If you can't help yourself, I'm not going to help you either. In fact, I'm going to take some kind of sick some kind of sick, I'm going to get something out of it, humor-wise, watching you live in a world of lies, that you have this lie wrapped around your fucking face and you can't see reality. And you know what? Instead of me trying to pull you out of that and trying to save people like Mary or Amy that believe that there's a God, I'm just going to sit back and laugh at you guys, you know? Because y'all are funny. And now I can see y'all fighting. I literally see it happening here on my live stream. I can see religion working people against each other, playing people against each other. You know, if Amy and Mary abandoned their stupid beliefs in gods and Jesuses and whatever fuck else they're indoctrinated with, they'd be buddies. They'd be friends. We'd all be friends. But this shit separates us. And that's fucking stupid. Yeah, but Amy, if you set your facts straight and then you're mentioning God and you're capitalizing the G, like you're giving God some kind of fucking honor, like he's real, then you're not setting anyone straight. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. You're a religious lying piece of shit, just like everybody else, just like Mary is. You understand that, Amy? You're a liar. There's no God. Your God? It's your God? There's a God that's controlling something? That created this? Your fucking mind can't wrap itself around the fact that things just happened the way they did? There has to be a entity that did it all? Do you watch movies where there's like crazy shit that happens, like ghost shit or whatever, and like something's manipulating things or some godlike entity is doing weird shit and you're watching the movie and you got your arms folded, you're like, yeah, but we could see, you know, that's just a movie and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just a fucking movie, but it's your life. But it's to you, it's reality, and to us, you're just stuck in this stupid fucking movie. Remember the guy you talked about on Call Out, Well, That Me? I have no idea what that means. Your name is what? You're a guy and your name is Mary? Okay, listen. if you guys want me to get rid of anybody because they're bothering you and you just want to get on with smoking, I have no problem with that. But listen, I don't mind keeping them here if you don't. I have no problem with keeping these people here. I just don't want you guys to leave because these two psychos are in here. Okay? I know God people are psychos, man. It doesn't matter. It's so funny that she literally chimed in to try to correct somebody else's perspective about a lie. Oh, you've got the lie wrong. This is the way the lie is supposed to be told. This is the lie. See, God doesn't affect free will. See, God doesn't affect free will, but God is still spelled with a capital G. Michael Haskey. What's up, Michael Haskey, son? What's up, son? Iron Lungs doesn't want you here anymore. He doesn't want you here. And Iron Lungs is a really close friend of mine. Okay, good, David. Way to go. He blocked you guys. Listen, Amy and Mary, if you two want to stay here, I suggest you guys just shut the fuck up. Enjoy the show and just quit typing. Because if I see your names popping up and you're bothering my friend Iron Lungs McGee, who never comes to my show anymore, and I do not want him to get upset to the point that he leaves, I'm going to have to get rid of you. Oh, man, that's several people. Mary, you're gone. Mary, I'm sorry. Too many of my people do not want you here. And if you say another word, I'm going to block you. You're lucky right now my mouse isn't working right. But Mary, you say another word, you're fucking gone. Amy, you should reconsider your belief system. You really should. You know? It's just, people should be past this by now, man. You guys got to go. No, you're not on my side if you say there's a God and you spell God with a capital G. You didn't mess up my evening. Amy, understand something. There's going to be 100 people that watch this video, if not 1,000 people that watch this video, that are going to see you, and they're going to see how I interacted with you, and they're going to learn something from that. I know you'd love to think that you messed up my evening, but it's morning. I just woke up, okay? 9 o'clock. I haven't even had breakfast yet. Oh, get fucked, she said. Thank you, Mary. That was a great one. That was a great one. If this fucking software will let me fucking block somebody, I'm going to have to refresh the page so I can block her. I'm refreshing, guys. Hold on a second. She told me to get fucked. Oh, is that what Jesus told you to say, Mary? Is that the Christian way of responding to somebody? Is that turning the other cheek, Mary? You dumb cunt. Get the fuck out of here. As soon as I showed you my nipples and you stayed here, you're going straight to hell. You're violating your Christianity. You're not pure anymore. Please, Mary, tell me to go fuck myself one more time so I can block you. And look, I don't mind if you guys believe in God. It's okay. Just don't try to fucking tell me that there's a God. That's all. And see, Amy's mistake was coming in here and trying to tell my audience what God is. That was her mistake. She's a fucking liar. I had to ban her for being a fucking liar. You can't fucking lie. You can come in here, and if you want to believe in God, that's okay. Keep that bullshit to yourselves. That's all. Just keep it to yourselves. I don't want to hear you fucking lie. You can see my nipples. Mary needs an eggplant with a hot pepper. I got to do another dab. Let's call this one quarter of the hour. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Mary, come on. Open up your fat fucking mouth again so I can block your stupid Christian cunt ass. Please. Look, you guys, if you're Christian, I understand. You're welcome to it. Just, I'm going to call you names when you start throwing your shit in my face. That's all. When you open up your fat fucking mouths and start prosthesizing to me, I'm going to fucking block you. I'm going to call you the names that you deserve to be called. Hey, man, this is my show. It's not yours. If you want to go preach the gospel, if you want to teach people about Jesus, then your lame ass should be doing a fucking live stream. And then you can deal with the trolls like I do. And you can see what it's like. But you don't want to do that. You don't have the balls to do that, do you? So you just come on my live stream, and that's the only way you can get people to pay attention to you. Well, you know what? If she opens up her fat fucking trap again, she's gone. So, if you want to stay and enjoy the show, you dumb bitch, keep your fat fucking mouth shut, okay? Come here and tell me to fucking, what'd she say, get fucked? Yeah, I'll show you get fucked, you dumb bitch. All right, cheers, guys. No law regarding cannabis. Oh, it's 4:20. Look, the time, how it goes so quickly. Thank you, Erica. You guys know that if you're Christian and you believe Jesus is your Lord and Savior, you're kind of sinning by listening to me, right? Just a little bit. I don't think Jesus would like you watching my show, but I certainly want you watching it. I want you watching it, and I want you to grow past that bullshit. Life is harder than we ever imagined, man. We thought it was hard. Fuck. We got a really bad deal, guys. That's funny, Cannabis Ted. You're hilarious. I didn't mean to ignore you before, either. It's just you kind of slid by. Kimberly, I be spotting you troll ass, no educated cunts get educated first. It is what it is. I'm sure there have been a lot of people that had different opinions and they didn't share them with me, and they just came back and they watched and they listened, and I bet you I changed their minds about a few things. You know, when someone like Mary comes in here and says, you know, says that no one has any sort of facts to back up what we're talking about, or saying that it's all just, you know, supposition or whatever, and we can just Google something, or we can just research it, we can just go look up a scientific study on something and show it to her, she's gonna lash out. She's gonna have problems with that. You know, she just got proven wrong. She wanted to be the Miss Tough bitch on the block and show how smart she was, because she took a look at me. She took one look at me, and she thought, this guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just a little polished or whatever with, you know, his words, but he doesn't know anything. And I'm going to walk in there, and I'm going to totally steal his audience away, because they're going to see that I'm the real truth speaker. There she is. She says, you know what, Mary, how am I racist? Thanks for allowing me to finally block you from my live stream. I'm sure that makes a lot of people really happy. I would have loved to have had a conversation with you, Mary. But the way you talk, you don't really follow the ways of Christianity, do you? You know, calling me the names that you just called me, that's not really Christian of you, is it? You know, and I bet, even though whatever you're typing seems really out of anger, I bet you sitting there in front of your computer or on your smartphone, I bet you're shaking right now. I bet you're so angry you don't know what to fucking do with yourself. Did you think that's what God wants? Is that God's plan for you today? Because, you know, little kids don't die of fucking cancer unless God wants it to happen. You know? Babies, infants don't get raped because, you know, God would never allow that. Jesus would never allow that. But if it happens, well, Jesus definitely wanted that to happen. God controls everything. That's God's way. If infants get raped, well, fucking God wanted that. You guys are fucking idiots. You know, it's like I can fucking dismiss this in 2 or 3 sentences. Mary blocked you? Wow, Mary's blocking people in the audience. I love it. I have no idea what goes on outside the show. You guys get into it, don't you? What if Satan was Jesus? You know, this is what's up. There's only a few truth tellers on the planet right now. One of them is Guy McPherson. One of them is Lee Camp. Okay? And you guys should be following those 2 guys. They're, you know, and Kyle Kalinske too. Those 3 guys. They are the closest to 2178 of anyone else that I know. I mean, Guy McPherson's already with us. And he's a fucking professor. And he's a scientist and a professor. And an expert in the field. He's written books on it. On our extinction. He's written books on it. He's an author. He's with us. Okay? Lee Camp is that close. Well, why don't you fucking stop crying, Amy? I understand what you said. It's a very nice paragraph that you just wrote there. And I'm glad I see you not writing God with a capital G. And I think I've had some sort of an effect on you, but don't leave and stop crying. It's a fucking show. This is a show, Amy. It's a show. Okay? I'm not here to make you cry. And the audience isn't here to make you cry. And we're not here to pick on you and bully you. I don't want you to feel that way. You know, you have your opinion. I have my opinion. I have a microphone and a camera. I'm able to state what is on my mind and just lay it out there. And you're left with having to do this and try to keep up with me. I understand it's not a fair discussion that we're having back and forth. And you have to understand that I know that. I'm not here to hurt your feelings, so don't go running off, okay? You know, I said what I had to say to you, and you just realized when you said what you said to her, everybody could see your words. You could have private messaged her, but you chose to use my live stream to put that out there, and that's okay. I want you to be able to communicate with each other like that. But just understand, you put yourself out there. I was able to say how I felt about it, and I didn't say those things because I wanted to make you run away and get upset and leave. I said those things because that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. You know? And I got to call other people out for their opinions when they fucking say them on my live stream. I have to. It's my job. It's my gig. And hey, Matt G's here, everybody. Matt, what's up, son? Matt G from the Matt G channel, everybody, is here. Billy Ballantyne's friend. Right, listen. That Mary woman is a complete hypocrite. Okay? I blocked her from my live stream because she's just a complete hypocrite. She's the type of person that I knew I wouldn't get anywhere with. Amy was different. I could see what Amy was saying to Mary. I was aware of it. That's why I didn't block her. I didn't block Amy, and I never went out of my way to try to block Amy from the live stream. But I didn't want Amy to run off, so I hope you're not crying anymore. So don't cry. Wipe your tears away. Or maybe I'll do something funny to make you smile. But don't run away. Okay? Okay, Amy, don't go. Someone ban that cunt's account. Listen. People like her are out there, and I think it's important that we see them. Right? I don't want to deplatform the woman. I think it's important that people like Alex Jones and people like Mary have a platform. Everyone should be able to say what's on their mind. And it's up to everyone else to whether agree or disagree. And when someone like Candace Owens says what's on her mind and gets this major platform, and you find out that there's all these other people that agree with her, you have the opportunity to go on Twitter and start reading through the tweets of people that message her back and see that no, not everybody agrees with Candace Owens. You know, she has a lot of detractors, people like me that follow her just so we can say our opinion, which is opposite hers, and put her in her place so her audience members will have a little bit more of something to use whenever they go to a voting booth. You know, and they're thinking about it and they're like, yeah, Candace Owens said that. But then there was that crazy guy with the long hair and the beard that went in there and said that other thing. And I totally agreed with what he said. He put her down. So I'm going to fucking support this person instead. You know? Maybe they'll support Bernie Sanders. No, I'm not racist. Listen, guys, I'm not racist. I will never, ever in my life discriminate against someone ever again because they have some kind of a difference to me. I won't do it. I won't discriminate against anyone for that. I've done it in the past. I've learned my lesson. I've changed my fucking ways. And now I want everybody else to be like that. To treat everyone fairly no matter what their differences are. That's all. No, I'm not racist. Of course not. I don't hate you because you're Christian. Yeah, hey, my best friend in the world is fucking Christian. Okay? My other best friend is pretty fucking Christian too. All my best friends are fucking just about Christians, guys. And they still come in here and listen to me and they know what's up. You know, but they don't try to convert me to Christianity either. That's why we're friends. You know? They just want to hang out and be friends. And that's great. Their belief systems have been thrown in their faces their whole lives, man. They were bought off with Christmas gifts. They still are. You know, it reverses. Then your kids grow up and they buy you Christmas gifts. The indoctrination continues. It never ends. Here, we'll buy you off with some more gifts. Please believe in our system. Here's more gifts. Isn't it fun? Jingle bells. Yay. Fun. I understand that. I love my friends, you know, and the only reason I do is because they don't push it on me. So, you know, I'm not racist against Christians. I'm not racist against you if you believe in God. I understand you've been weakened, man. You've been hurt. You've been damaged. You've been lied to. And that sometimes makes you feel better to think that there's a God. I understand that. Just know I don't need it in my life and see how I'm living. You know, see how I'm getting along. And see what I'm doing. And see that I don't need that shit in my life. And maybe you don't need it either. You know, maybe you do. But when we started this conversation, it was crazy. Because we were not talking about religion. I didn't even want to go there. We were talking about 2178. It's got nothing to do with God. It's got nothing to do with religion. We're talking about Guy McPherson. We're talking about facts on the internet. We're talking about the rate of extinction is 150 to 200 species a day. And the study that came up with those figures was done in 2011. And if you don't think the rate's increased since then with the added temperature rise, then I probably can't help you at all. Yeah, I blocked Mary. That's why you don't see Mary's chat here anymore. But I did not block Amy. I wouldn't block Amy. Like I said, you can believe in God. You can believe in God. It's okay. You know, but if you believe in Jesus and you're watching me, you're sinning. You know, if you believe in the Jesus God and you're watching me, you're sinning. So you better go tell your priest next time you go in there to confess your sins. You better be mentioning Trending A to the priest. You better say, I've been watching Trending A every day religiously, and I know it's a sin. Dude, we need shirts that say that. We need a shirt that say trendy ass dabbers hashtag it's a sin. Oh my god, that's horrible. Marketing. Hey man, I'm marketing here. Hey. Until Mary opened her dick sucker. No. Immaculate conception. She swallowed that shit. It's all fake news. Casey, Erica, Teresa, Nick. Dude, and Amy fucking sniped. She fucking snipe text us with that one, man. Amy, I hope you didn't leave. He's fucking zombie walking around in a sheet. You'd never know what was there. I don't know, man. Can we please go back to? Can we go back to extinction, please? Let's switch back over to extinction. All right. Let's talk about 2178. I'm making me a shirt that says nay. I think we lost Amy, guys. It's okay. You know, I don't want her crying. She said her day didn't start off that good, and then she's crying, and I feel really bad, you know? I don't want her to be feeling like that. It's just a show. It's a show, man. It's like, I'm not here to coddle anybody, but I am here to fucking entertain you and make you laugh. I want you to have fun, and I want you to get involved, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. You know? Oh, God. Let's just hope Mary lives in a city near the coast. I hope you live in Miami, Mary. And I hope you're real close to the coastline. Jesus is going to protect you. Okay? Can I do this? Can I say okay? Is that all right? Because if I can't, you can go fuck yourself. Nick Brown, this tab's for you for correcting Shannon Hinton, who disrespected cannabis by calling it weed on my live stream. Thank you, Nick. This is for you, son. Cheers. Nobody here smokes weed, all right? We all use cannabis. I want to read you a tweet that Candace Owens put up that I responded to. Boom, joke written. Fired off a joke. He's playing a game, but yes, me as well. I do. He's getting what I said all wrong and making it into something I'm not. I will always watch everything, even look up to him, but right now I'm not really in a good place. I just don't know anymore about it. Dealing with a lot. All I was telling Mary was to. Emotional little bitch. Tell Nay I'll be back later when I'm not so damn sensitive. Amy, what do you mean tell Nay? I can see what you're typing. Hey, sorry, no disrespect, says Shannon. Right on, Shannon. Yeah, we don't have time for that, Iron Lungs McGee. There's no time left. I wish we had time for stuff like that. You know, it'd be fun, man. I'd be an activist and do activist stuff. Oh, wouldn't that be fun to do activist stuff? Huh, I thought I replied to a Candace Owens tweet, but I don't know which one it was. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. All right, it says, this is what Candace Owens, fucking princess of the right, the Republican fucking darling, tweeted. She said, hating Trump has manifested itself into a cult. Now, wait, guys. Let me repeat what she just said, okay? So you guys will make sure you understood it correctly. Hating Trump has manifested itself as a cult. It's dark, sickly, obsessive, and its members will sacrifice literally anything, including America, to uphold their obscure demands for his destruction. And I responded with this. Yet the definition of cult states the opposite. But if Candace actually researched anything, she'd know that. And then I got a giant image of the definition of the word cult. And the definition is this. Cult. A system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a political figure or object. Veneration and devotion. So it's not a cult when you're fucking hating somebody. It's only a cult when you're honoring somebody, right? That makes it a cult. So she doesn't know what a fucking cult is. And you know how many likes and retweets that fucking got? I'm looking it up right now. Oh, it's your son's nap time? Yeah, Amy, you're not blocked. You can see your chat right here. I can see it. Yeah. 28 impressions, no likes, no retweets, nothing. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the support on Twitter. I guess, you know, I don't know what I need to do to get you guys to retweet these things that I put up there. But I need you guys to go to Twitter, and I need you to find that tweet that I tweeted at Candace Owens, and I need you to retweet that at Candace Owens until she recognizes the fact that she's a fucking idiot, and her audience should recognize it too. But I can't do it by myself. Nobody wants to support me. You guys get on over to Twitter and fucking pop that tweet up for me. Please. Trendy As Dabbers at Twitter. It was a tweet at Candace Owens. If you go to my Twitter account, She has her job because Prager guilty of discrimination lawsuit. Blue? Hey, Bad Blue Jaws. Quarter of the hour. Cannabism, tisms for all. Fucking A. Dabs up. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Hey, Billy. Oh, you're smoking Keef? Yeah, we smoked some Keef last night. Andrea's here, and she's like, "You want to smoke some Keef?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Night time. Bam. I was out. Got a whole freaking jar of it. Heal yield. Heal yield. Anyhow, so Daniel! Daniel, what's up, son? Hey, you guys, it's my friend Daniel. He put a link in here. Let's see what his link is. Creepy voice. Hell yeah. That's awesome, bro. I love that. That's fantastic. I love that. Where's Rogan? He's in his bed. Rogan is he's right. He's in this bed right here. This is kind of in the way. Rogan is right there. Here's his two little ears. Daniel, what's up, son? Dean Abdallah. Hey, 2020 Democrats, can you please start talking about this instead of letting Trump go unchallenged on economy? Carolina have seen substantial rises in unemployment over past year. I'm tweeting to Dean Abdallah. Yeah, Cenk gets it right. Bernie is the guy. I'm calling Cenk bot schlump, but I agree with them. Back Bernie now. There, I just tweeted at Dean Abdallah again, and I tweeted him Cenk Unger's tweet backing Bernie now. And I said, see, Dean, you need to get on Bernie train and start backing Bernie right now. He's like, hey, Democrats, you need to be talking about... No, it's, hey, Bernie, you need to be talking about blah, blah, blah. Not, hey, Democrats, you fucking idiot. Address Bernie, back Bernie now. Quit spreading it around, Dean. Get on the fucking boat, motherfucker. You fucking dumb shit. You fucking dumbass. You know, these motherfuckers need to be talked to. What else is going on in the Twitter sphere? The Twitter sphere. It's going crazy right now. I'm here to tell you. Oh, I said this is how it's don't, Dean. I didn't put done. I put the word don't. I'm an idiot. I hate when I mistype a tweet. Trump keeps lying he created an economic miracle, and many in media allow it. In reality, under Obama, we had 5.55% GDP quarterly growth. When Trump took over, U.S. had over 2%. Last quarter, U.S. slid 1.8% growth, and this quarter expects 7%. Dude, my typing is horrible. I have to proofread it before I send it. Another tweet wasted that could have been supporting Bernie 2020. Back Bernie now. Another typo. Dean, like Cenk 2020, Cenk Uygur does. He gets it. You do not. I love Twitter. Twitter's so fun, dude. What else is going on? They try to get on these tweets right when they come out. While Bernie Sanders grows in popularity with the platforms that are on his running particularly. Yes, you finally get it. Boom. You want to get your tweets right up in there, right when these people are putting them out. You want to respond. So the way you do it is you turn on Twitter and you scroll to the very top and you just wait for someone to fire something off. Like there's Dean Abdallah. Blunt talk is the GOP's new version of locker room talk to now defend GOP's version of Ukraine. He has the blunt talk of a Manhattan businessman, not the delicate language of diplomacy. Trump on Ukraine, right? Just with the collective. Not talking about. I said, but you don't want to talk about Bernie 2020 and hashtag back Bernie now. 2 hashtags. Now I'm going to double that. Copy. Okay. Reply. And Dean. Same thing with Dean Abidallah. We're going to lay some fucking tweets out on the Twitter sphere, baby. At Kyle, at Jane. Ooh, Lee Camp. Jank, at AOC. Dude, I'm firing off tweets at Dean Abidallah. Boom. He's going to hear my words. You know why? Because he's firing off tweets right now, and I'm going to be the very first response on his tweets. He's going to go through and he's going to be like, Bernie Sanders, back Bernie. It's all going to be Bernie Sanders. And hopefully people will support my tweets and they'll agree with me. I'm putting it all over the place. Talking about the stabbings going on all around the world, I guess. Yay, stabbings. It's not about Trump's corruption. Dude, I can't keep up with these tweets. They're near a tandem. Your dad's policies released in prison full of ISIS fighters. You may want to sit out a critique. Holy shit! Near Tandon, I just tweeted at her. I'm gonna follow her. New tweets just came out. You get right at the top of that list, man, right when they're coming out. And if somebody's like spamming or whatever, just unfollow them. Dude, I am just throwing this tweet out everywhere. Top of the hour, dabdism, cannabisism, tisms for all. Top of the hour. Okay, I'm going back to the old butter. The old, it's called caviar actually. Cheers, everybody. No law regarding cannabis. Good luck with that, True OG. Dude, I'm throwing massive Hail Marys out there on Twitter right now. I'm telling everybody, you need to back Bernie now. You're talking about all this other shit. You guys need to back Bernie now. You want to talk about Kamala Harris not doing this or fucking whoever not doing this or Joe Biden doing something stupid or back Bernie now. Do a tweet about back Bernie now. How about that? Dude, I can't keep up. There's so many tweets coming out. I can't keep up with them. They're coming out so fast. Let's go to the very top. Dude, Twitter is fucking blowing up right. What time is it? 10 o'clock in the morning? It is blowing up right now. I've never seen the feed shoot this fast. It's crazy. Everybody's tweeting. 1 minute ago. Fake Baby Yoda facts. Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's so cute. You guys seen Baby Yoda? Oh, everybody should have a Baby Yoda. I need to get me one. Fuck the Los Angeles Times. They put up this big image of a fire burning outside somebody's window. Fucking morons. Dude, there's nothing about... I don't see anything about Bernie in my Twitter feed. Biden is an ass clown, and so is CNN. Oh my god. I love Twitter so much, man. They need to take me off of there. I called CNN an ass clown. Like the whole entity. CNN is an ass clown. uh. Watch, I'm gonna get a message. Your Twitter account has been blocked temporarily. You need to take a few minutes to cool down. What was that? What are these things? What is that? What? What? God damn it. Fucking phone. Steve Running retweeted 15 of my tweets. God damn, Steve Running. I'm doing a dab for Steve Running. Thank you, brother. He's in there right now doing it. Oh, that's too bad. That is way to be. Cheers, guys. No law regarding cannabis. Steve Running, this is for you. Thanks for all that Twitter activity, bro. All I see is Steven Running, Steven Running, Steven Running. Here, I want to tweet at Michelangelo Signorelli and tell him the same thing. I'm just gonna make a tweet. Let me find his. I'm gonna reply to something that he's tweeted. Michelangelo Signorelli. Here. Nick Brown, thank you for the retweets. Nick Brown, yes, yes, yes. I see it happening now. Michelangelo. Where is he? Fuck, I can't find Michelangelo Signorelli. I follow him on Twitter. Shannon Renee retweeted me. Shannon, thank you. Yes, you guys are awesome. Shannon Renee is retweeting all of my tweets, guys. Thank you. Don't you feel dirty after tweeting at these people? God, you tweet at a Trump's child, it makes you feel dirty. I can't believe I'm having a conversation with these grifter scumbags. You know? Why can't I find Michelangelo Signorelli? There he is. MS, because it's M Signorelli. Got it. Okay, let's check out his last couple of tweets. 1 hour ago. Huh, he's not backing anybody. I see what he's doing. Oh, he's a pundit. You know, he can't back anybody. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. I'm tweeting at you, man. Where's the goddamn tweet at button? That's stupid. I can't see it. There it is. Tweet. There, cool. I tweeted Michelangelo Signorelli. Who else should I tweet at? Anybody else needs a good tweet shot off in their general direction? Or are we good? I think we're good. Are we good? All right, I'm going to go eat. No law regarding cannabis, guys. Thanks for watching the show. Hoodies. like this. Hoodies. And t-shirts. Through Monday are available for crazy prices. They include shipping. $19 for any size hoodie. You're not going to ever get that again. Now it's time to order, guys. $19 or $9 for a fucking t-shirt. Those prices are going up after Monday. You've been told. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Bye, guys.